He is risen. Another beautiful Easter with How Long Gone. Jason, I hope you hid your eggs. I prefer Cadbury or a plastic egg with a $100 bill in it. Whichever you have.
Nice little microplastic full of a crisp Hunjo. That's nice, isn't it?
That's really nice. That's what my cooler uncle used to do. My parents did not do that.
I haven't hidden an egg in years, Chris. Obviously, fuck Easter off rip.
Wait, hey, hold on. No, don't do you know that young Dro is listening.
Oh, Mr. Holiday guy suddenly likes Easter of all the holidays.
No, I'm just any excuse to wear a polo down to the socks in different pastels. It should be celebrated.
I wore a baby blue polo quarter zip to the underground rave on Friday night.
I bet there's more quarter zips to the underground rave than there used to be. You know what I mean?
This was not a founder. This was not a Palantir matcha silent disco.
Here's what you don't understand. Here's what you don't understand, Jason. Every rave is a founder rave if you know what I mean, if you really think about it.
Period.
If you really think about it, there's founders in any building. I don't care how much coke people are doing. Okay. There's a founder there.
Yeah, well, it was cool cuz I was like, okay, baby blue quarter zip polo, it's a little, it's me and young Dro, kind of the only guys at the top who could really pull it off.
Of course.
But then I was around a lot of British people because friend of the show George was playing George and he was DJing. And so all of his British friends referred to my baby blue quarter zip as a sky blue jumper.
That is, yeah, sky blue jumper.
Which is the name of like fucking...
It sounds like a Warped Tour band. It sounds like
Kalima.
The red jumpsuit apparatus and sky blue jumper.
Yeah, or Akeem Olajuwon's memoir.
Yeah, maybe. That's good too.
Or red jumpsuit apparatus. Either, take your pick.
Either works. Yeah, I think that the British. I was actually talking to George yesterday, and he was talking about how because he had hurt himself, he had to buy some comfortable shoes. He couldn't keep wearing his Bottega stompers.
Speaking of Hakeem Olajuwon, it was a basketball-related injury as well.
Yeah, except he can't hoop. And so he was saying that he bought Rockports, and that in school when he was growing up, quote unquote ports were the coolest shoe to have.
Oh,
and I was like, that is not. Like, it feels like a Mephisto thing, except not. Mephistos are $300 or more.
Yeah. Only Adam Friedlands of the world can afford that.
I can't afford that. That's an Al Wilmosh. I can't afford that.
I got feast on my feet. Cost a feast.
I can't afford that. I mean, I can't. No, I got the Kith ones, of course, but those were gifted. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Kith, Mephisto, we are not the same.
We are not the same. I got the Apple joints, no Ben Edgar. But the I think that the difference, the fascination with cultures from around the world can honestly begin with footwear. And the Rockport, a simple American real granddad shoe that has never taken a fashion turn in the U.S. was a hot item in the UK in the in the early aughts, mid aughts, which I was not aware of.
It's the parallel universe of just like, oh, you have Rockports, we have these, you have those, you have Jinkos, we have Sohos.
No, it's true.
Your jumpers are trainers, and our trainers are jumpers. You know what I mean?
I guess the surprise to me was that it was something that was American, like so American, but also not expensive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like there's no. I mean, it's no more stunting than having a new pair of TNs price-wise, unless
But those are my favorite type of sort of urban youth trends of just like one guy was like, I'm going to wear these Wallaby Clarks. And everyone's like, if I wore those shoes, I would be upside down, headfirst in the toilet within 10 seconds. But some person, some brave soul was like,
me, bitch, me. That's me.
My cup runneth over of swagoo so much that I will shepherd in the Wallaby Clarks, and I'll do them in a fucked up color too. And everyone's like, damn, Lauryn Hill starts sucking.
Don't let me pull out my purple Clarks.
When these draws fall down.
Don't make me pull out my purple Clarks, Raekwon style. I got, I will come out. At one point,
you ain't got the Japanese eggplants though.
At one point, they laced me with. I got a box of Clarks on the flow team, and I opened it, and there was purple, and there was one that was like an NBA basketball. And I was like, guys, I love y'all, but I just wanted black suede and black leather in the Desert Trek and the Wallaby in the desert. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to do with the NBA Clark.
Preaching to the choir, Chris. You know how many of those color I got of the joints over the year. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
The amount of pregame mules I've received instead of just a nice
you got
crisp pair of Kyries or something.
You need some Kyries. You need some.
Look, it's tough, Chris.
Did you? All right. Well, if Carolyn's out of town, I bet TJ got into a little packet on Friday night. DH2 in the building. I bet TJ about to go on live and review the packet. If I'm not mistaken.
Lads.
Is that crazy to say?
Yeah, we got the packet out just a wee bit, but also, Carolyn was there. She was only out of town last night, so last night was sort of my post-game mules, chilling with no makeup on, just me and my steamed asparagus putting it up. But Friday, went down to the function, linked up with George and the other people he was DJing with at his crib, had a little pizza party. I made the mistake of combining espresso martinis and John and Vinny's together. See, it was a little bit of a twisted tea.
For a guy who's been in the club for his entire adult life and who has kind of instilled in me the importance of a pre-game meal and a light, often that's what Shintaro is. It's a sushi, a sushi.
I mean, 2.5 hand rolls and a Sapporo get my base started.
But you went. I would argue the other way.
I free soloed.
You did a diuretic martini combined with some John and Vinny's LA Woman.
He was like, I'm going to put a bunch of chia seeds in it too. Is that cool? And I was like, I don't know why, but yeah, I guess. Put it in.
Blend them up. I don't want to see them. Blend them up. I don't want to see them.
Just a little psyllium husk on the rim.
But you were able to rave nonetheless.
I was feeling a little out of sorts. I was like, I'm feeling, random. Like I was feeling very random. Carolyn went to dinner with a friend of hers, so I was solo. And I was like, I had kind of like a big lunch, and I wasn't really that hungry. And then George was like, "Let me know what pizza you want from John and Vinny's. I'll chuck in the order on DoorDash.uk." And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until I eat. I ate dinner at like 9 o'clock. I had a 9 p.m. 2-3 slices of za.
Goes to Paris once. I'll just wait until 9.
We have a long lunch and we sleep for 7 hours and. We have our first aperitivo at 11:45 p.m. on a Tuesday.
So you had 3 slices at 9 p.m. and then what time do we hit?
And I had the pizza that got bacon on it too. So okay. Again, the keto stack continues.
Okay, Baconator. What time did that big old head hit the pillow though?
Roundabout Treeway.
Roundabout Treeway. Okay, you kept it out. Okay, big boy.
Well, it was tough because
it was tough because you were on cocaine. I know it keeps you up. That's the one thing about espresso martinis.
The thing about those espresso martinis, they really make you smoke indoors and talk to strangers too much. No, it was because we had to stay late to see the headliner talent, but since it was like George and his friends all on the lineup. It was also disrespectful to show up late to sort of your own party. So not only did George go on at 2 a.m., but we arrived at 10:14 p.m.
I swear to God, one day I'm gonna make his ass. I swear to God, if this motherfucker can go, if he can't go on before, he's always like, "Oh, dude, I'm in town. I'm playing at Public Records. I go on at 2." Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, what planet are you on, bro? None of your. That's just not. I mean, even on a Friday, I couldn't. 2 is fucked up. Like I could make it for midnight, but 2 is
If we were in Europe, that's one thing. But something about America, like like when you see all these after hours parties going on, and we're watching the sun come up at the knockdown center or whatever. I'm just like, this shouldn't happen in America for whatever reason. We don't deserve like a properly run all night club.
Well, if you fine. If you don't want to see DJ Python at 8 a.m. at elsewhere, that's on you, bro. But I'll be there.
No, but Python's on at like 11:15, and he's got a fucking chamomile tea with him. He's like floating above the earth.
It's weird because as a person who's not a member of the electronic music culture, I'm speaking on it from a place of ignorance, like I do most things, and I would say that I land somewhere in between. The all night, your boy goes on at 2 and the, 8 a.m. matcha rave. Like, I don't like either of those options.
Sure.
How about just an 11 p.m.? You know what I mean? How about just a regular 11 p.m.?
Well, regular time, regular club time.
How about some regular club time? These club times have been extended. It's a 24-hour clock now. It's military time.
Back in my day, we would go to dinner go to a club, and go to bed all in one shot.
All in one
we
night.
didn't have to go home and set an alarm for 6 a.m. to see John Summit finger a chick in the DJ booth at 9 a.m. on a Monday.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine me beating my face for space at 6 a.m. and a get ready with me TikTok, and then heading to see John use his phalanges in the booth with a mimosa? That sounds
and when you're at space at 9 a.m. on a Monday, if you're trying to figure out who's sober and only drinking water, don't worry, they'll tell you.
It's
see. So random. I'm actually here sober.
Yeah, sure. They're gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know. I mean, I think next time I go to Berlin, I am gonna hit the Berghain Sunday morning. That is, I've been prescribed that by several people now. I think it's really my time to experience it for at least a couple hours.
I think it's cool that you think you can just get in.
I can,
but
with help. I can't.
Okay.
I can't walk up. I mean, I don't know, bro. I got the Ricks. I could maybe put something together. Yeah, I can maybe put something together.
What Ricks do you have? I didn't know you were Ricky.
I'm joking. I don't have any Ricks.
Have you ever owned a single Rick garment?
No, I have not. I've not owned a single Rick garment.
They don't make them in your size with your chest and your triceps and your pythons, right?
Well, it's such a thin and malleable material that I could probably rock one of the t-shirts, but the hem is just so long. You know what I mean? It's tough for me.
Yeah, nothing makes a long hem look worse than a long person, ironically.
Dead ass. Okay, so speaking of DJing, all I'm seeing on my timeline this week is Christina Hendricks DJ set. The chick from Mad Men with the honkers.
Yes, the redheaded buxom,
the busty
office manager. I guess she kind of has the same job as Chris Chang, or had the same job as Chris Chang. She's running that ship. She made partner, and she's blessed with some Tim Dillon size yabos and an even more keen millennial twee music taste.
People were freaking the fuck out like she had reinvented the wheel. So I'm like, all right, let me, and a few people tagged me saying this is the female version of a Hanover playlist. And I was like, all right, let me check this out. And I was like, look, man, the one thing that really stuck out to me, besides Japanese Breakfast, no one listens to that, is the Dead Man's Bones song. Something about Dead Man's Bones, even though that song is pretty good, it just really ages you in a specific way that like war paint doesn't. Is that fair to say? Do you know what I don't know why I feel that way.
I mean, because that was Ryan Gosling's rock
band
duo.
That wasn't bad.
It was on Anti.
Yes, it was.
And I just looked it up. Gosling played a very strange little like esoteric bass, like a little kind of 80s, like one of those little mini basses that doesn't have like a headstock on it that like David Byrne or Living Colour might slap on.
Yeah.
Really twisted vibe overall. But I never listened to Dead Man's Bones, but you're saying she not only listened to Dead Man's Bones in 2026, owns it on vinyl, and is playing it in public.
Yeah, playing it in public. But then she also played like Sky Ferreira, Dandy Warhol's Bright Eyes Verve. So it's like, it is good. It is good.
Sure.
I'm just, the way people are acting, it's like, why would we think I don't know. I'm not so surprised that someone that has good taste. I don't know. It's not that shocking to me that a woman our age that has been around has good taste. She's an actress, it's not like she's like
I mean, the good taste part of it, that is plausible and everything, but I think the fact that she's playing it in public on vinyl makes
that part's annoying. I mean, that's the annoying part.
But that's where it goes from like, this celebrity has a cute dog, let's look at it, versus like, this celebrity's cute dog can also like read a little bit, or like, you know what I mean? Like can do like a extracurricular skill that is unusual maybe, or surprisingly unexpected.
I no, that's fine. I just was like, the vinyl part of it is
like this dog can do a French inhale. You're like, oh wow, that's fucking sick. I'll check that out on Reddit.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I thought he could just ollie, but you're saying he can French inhale?
A lot of people did send me the pics and the vids because, of course, me being a DJ, they wanted me to weigh in on it. I think obviously it's cool. You got the vinyl. It's all good.
Where was this? Was this in LA?
I don't know. It has a New Orleans feel to it. I don't know why.
It does. I was going to say it has a Portland, New Orleans feel. I mean, I'm sure we could find out.
I mean, first and foremost, you already know the transitions were trash.
Jason, hold on, Jason. This is even better than you could have imagined. 4-hour all vinyl DJ set April 1st at Part-Time Lover, a high fidelity audiophile bar located in San Diego, California.
Ooh. So she wasn't, hopefully she paid some homage to the 31G family, some early Unbroken maybe. Los Crudos.
I would love a little Los Crudos or Unbroken on Unbroken on vinyl.
She got the
Life,
Spaz
Love,
10
Regret.
inch. Oh yeah, I mean, could it be more San Diegan? But also going back to what our millennial complaints. Went to dinner at a nice San Diego restaurant.
Yeah. Went
to the club, played for 4 hours, and went to bed at a normal human time. Old bitch is winning. And you already know she got probably like unlimited drink tickets.
Oh, for sure, bro.
When she runs out of that first 10, she texts the bar manager like, "I need a re-up." And he says, gladly. Did Christina Hendricks just text me for more drink tickets? Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this new job.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Hendricks, no future,
or the beautiful Hendricks Gin family who supported me during COVID?
They're supporting. No, the Hendricks Gin family actually supports me as well. With product.
That part.
But what is the
Did they keep your gin closet full?
They're sponsoring several. They've sponsored Hanover events. I will for all my gin lovers.
We love that.
But what is the over under on her bringing her own needles?
Ooh,
because her husband is there too, and maybe he's even more into this than she is.
Because I know she was married to like a nerdy-ish guy. Oh, the camera operator guy or something like that.
His name is George Bianchini.
But then she divorced him and then married a new guy like a year or two ago, who's a little bit more regular looking and a little less beady-eyed guy. Unless that other, I mean, I'm sure the first husband is cooler.
Obviously. But I don't know. I'm just wondering how serious she takes this, because owning the vinyl is going on Amazon and clicking buy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's not hard.
I like to think that she has her own needles and she likely keeps them in a vintage Cartier jewelry case that has a little kind of burgundy velvet liner on the inside. And if I was her social media team, I would put that shit on Instagram stories like yesterday.
Do you think? Yeah, I bet that her velvet case for her needles has some sort of bronze feature. Unfortunately, I'm seeing a bronze in that, which is not my favorite. Obviously, it's like an ugly bathroom in a fully remodeled house in Silver Lake.
Yeah,
you don't want to add bronze into the mix like that.
I mean, we don't want to disrupt it, but it is a gut reno. You know what I mean?
While we're here, and I'm. So Alix and I came to Philadelphia for the weekend to go to this new Calder sculpture garden they opened, which was amazing, and have some pizza at Bedia. But for whatever reason, we were talking about Rachel Zoe, and we saw that picture I sent you from Instagram where she looked hot as hell, and she's covering her breasts with her long hair. So anyway, Rachel Zoe was on our mind, so Alix was like, why don't we watch, let's just turn it on. Let's check the show out. You know what I mean? Because I haven't rewatched that or thought about it.
You're talking about the original Rachel Zoe project.
Yes, the Rachel Zoe Project.
On Real Housewives. Okay.
No, Rachel Zoe Project. So we turned on. It's an amazing time capsule.
It's giving archival.
She's in a two-story hotel room at the 60 Thompson with her gay husband. There's clothes everywhere. But what I'm going to bring up, and I hope that you agree with me, and I hope others agree with me, is Brad Goreski, her famous assistant, who's gone on to be a stylist, and he's married to that very popular gay man, Gary Janetti, who's like a humorist.
Brad, one of the first straight trade guys I ever saw.
We got to have justice for Brad. Brad was getting his fits off, man. And I want to say Brad was wearing a V-neck sweater with a button down underneath with a pair of Levi's and some loafers. And of course, he would sometimes take it too far with like a pink bow tie, but it was whatever. It was 2006.
Every once in a while, he'd do a little too queer eye, like, oh, you're wearing that little pink kerchief thingy or whatever.
But overall,
every once in a while, you'd see him in a heel.
But I was like, he's sitting on the couch in a vintage Michigan t-shirt, perfect shade of green, with some chinos and an Argyle sock. That could be today. That could be literally be today.
I guess now that you say that, I think we know personally a lot of gay guys who owe a debt of gratitude to Brad for kind of laying the blueprint down, right?
I'm saying, and also Taylor, her bitchy assistant, who thought she was like, a MySpace top 8 chick, like My Chemical Romance hair, was mean to Brad. And we checked Taylor's Instagram. Taylor's life, not much happening. You know what I mean? I go to Brad's Instagram. Brad's got an 8-pack. Brad's got an 8-pack with a daddy husband on a beach somewhere.
God did. God
did. So I just want to say that sometimes that's how this shit works. Sometimes God does do the right thing. And Brad even.
I don't believe in Easter. I believe in karma.
Another thing about Brad, he's even pulling off a mustache right now. You know I don't say that kind of shit, Jason. You know I hate mustaches.
Brad got the Metalwoods hat on, and he's pulling it all off.
No, that's the thing. He actually doesn't have the Metalwood hat on. He just looks like a normal hot gay guy, which is refreshing.
Okay.
You know, but I just wanted to say justice for Brad because I feel like at the time I was probably hard on him. You know what I mean? I was probably hard on him. I myself probably didn't get it. I didn't understand that Brad was just doing his thing.
Sure,
he was actually ahead of the curve.
Smear campaign.
So I just want to, Brad, you know, I know you're not listening, but I want to give you the respect you deserve. You were getting those fits off and your body looks tight.
Okay. I really want there to be a situation where like in 6 months, Brad comes on How Long Gone, Rachel Zoe hears about it through her friend and then unfollows me on Instagram and then Dumois posts the screenshot.
We can only pray for something like that.
Well, I mean, that's great sort of investigative journalism. I'm glad that we're keeping eyes on where everyone is in the world karmically. But the main takeaway from what I've learned is there really is nothing to do in Philadelphia, huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that there's 2 great museums, three great.
We got the Calder. We got the margarita, and then let's do a TikTok deep dive in the hotel.
There's 3 great museums. My buddy has a store here called Clothing to Wear. My friend Connor, which is like it's
fun name.
It's a vintage thing the store that's in like an old. It's crazy. It's like it's a beautiful. You know, in Philly everything's free, so you can get these crazy spaces.
Is the vintage clothing that you can wear affordable there, or is it giving grail?
Yeah, it's cool. It's like the perfect. It's
not clothing you can wear if you're Travis Scott.
No. It's very like Comb, Jill Sander, J. Crew, Abercrombie. But I got Alix and Prada.
It's not the Crowbar hoodie for $1,200
for $135. Not the Crowbar hoodie. But yeah, I mean it's not there's too many people around. But the Calder was worth the trip. It's a pretty amazing museum if you're interested in that kind of thing. So
too many people around in Philadelphia just in general.
Yeah, I forget that Easter is such a thing. You know what I mean? Like people. Also, I will say that we're staying in this hotel that has this new gym. It's called the Bellevue, and they have this 10,000 square foot gym that I was very excited to visit.
You went to church for Easter.
So my dad used to be a member of a gym called Bally that was very Bally's, I believe. That was very popular.
I remember.
It was like a huge, and there was one
Bally Fitness.
Yes, there was one in Decatur near like where I don't know why I have this memory because I have no childhood memories and. It was all kind of
thank you to our friends at Pfizer
neon-y. Yeah, exactly. And it had a track around the top, which I always thought was such a smart idea. Like you put a full track like lofted above the regular gym
on the mezzanine floor, not on the rooftop.
Yeah, on the mezzanine level. So when it's freezing in the Northeast or whatever during the winter, you can still get that experience and not have to be in the treadmill. This gym, the sporting club, has that. And it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I didn't even use it. I just really like that it's there. I just really like that it's there.
Just knowing that people are up there moving around in a it's kind of like a hamster trail.
Yes, yeah. The gym is unbelievable. It has everything, and it's huge, and it's very, very well done. But that particular detail, it has a pool, it has full court basketball, but that particular detail really did something for me.
Yeah, I wonder, we should talk to our therapist about that. Why specifically that sort of 80s gym detail has such a Proustian reaction with you, huh?
I wish I knew, Jason. I wish I knew a lot of things going on up there. And unfortunately, I think no matter how much I pay, I'll never be able to figure it out.
I know that I personally have a lot of smell memories attached to emotion, and it sounds like you have fitness memories attached to emotion.
No, I have smell too. There's some smells as well.
That's why you stay in the gym. No, I mean, obviously you are a smell master, and you know, I hate to bring it back up again, but everything reminds me of her type Chris Black beat where smell a lot like little Chrissy.
Smells a lot like, but yeah, I was something about that. I obviously it's not as common because you need a lot of fucking space for it, you know? But it does seem like such a useful, because I think people really don't like the treadmill, but it's a necessary evil in our society. Especially in major cities.
Yeah, maybe you're just sort of like emotionally moved by the power and innovation of humankind itself, and you're proud of us for figuring out a way to run inside of a gym on the second floor. Why not build a second floor? You know what I mean?
But I will say I did see something while I've been in Philadelphia that I texted you about, and it was as a Lana fan, I didn't know how it was either you or Stevie, and I feel like I texted you there's a woman that I saw here that had a tattoo that said Ultraviolence, which is obviously a Lana Del Rey album title. And she had that tattoo in the font on her ribs. And I want to know what you think. You know, like, do you think that is like, I'm a big Lana Del Rey fan, or I'm a huge, like, I like what this word means? Do you know what I mean? Because the word ultraviolence is pretty aggressive, and that's coming from someone who has a bunch of stupid shit tattooed all over their body. You know, I look like an idiot. I look like a child drew on the walls. But this particular thing feels like it feels aggressive.
Yeah.
Even though it is a Lana Del Rey album, because a lot of people wouldn't know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I know that originally it was like a Clockwork Orange word, like pre-Lana, of course. But you're right, that is an extreme thing. Ultraviolence, which I guess in the Clockwork Orange sense of the word is a little mix of assault and rape and like public chaos, you know? I think that the tattoo, this woman that you saw is one of thousands of people who have the Lana.
I know, that's
because
the thing.
I just
That's
looked
the
up,
thing.
I just Googled ultraviolence tattoo, and there are dozens and dozens of them, but they're all in sort of different typefaces. So I'm seeing some in the original Lana form.
Yeah.
And then people are really making it their own. And I wonder what the Lana word mean, or I wonder what ultraviolence means in the Lana sense of the words, and not the rape and murder sense of the word.
We would have to ask her, of course. I would have to ask her. There's no one else to answer that question. But yeah, I thought that I just was like,
no, there are so many.
I was taken aback by it. I was very like, wow, I see a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And this just seems like a statement.
Okay, I got a TikTok screenshot that is 186 by 300 DPI, so we're looking fuzzy, but it says, I've never seen a song be more misinterpreted like Ultraviolence by Lana. She is not glamorizing abuse. The song is clearly written from the perspective of the victim of an abusive relationship, okay. Chris.
So it's a survivor.
You know, he hit me and it felt like a kiss. The problem is, like, yes, it's bad. Yes, I'm the victim. Yes, I came.
Okay, so it's a little bit of, I understand what
taking
you're saying.
Ownership over my violence kink, I guess. I don't know.
I know you have a violence
but
kink.
Also it's a little bit of a dog whistle to people who are like, hey, if you're wondering if I'm this kind of person, here's my rib tattoo that says ultraviolence. And then the guy who's deadlifting 500's like, loud and clear, mama, loud and clear.
As you can imagine, this mama was looking to pull. You know, in that zone, I would say.
This mama was looking to pull down. Describe her more.
I don't want to, because I'm afraid for my life, but I feel like the kind of man she's trying to pull
is she's gonna big 30 your ass?
Very
Pooh
easily.
Shiesty your ass?
No, she would poo me all day. Take all my chains. I'd sign the deal over
she
immediately.
Would poo me all day.
Poo me. That's what you got to start saying when you get robbed. You got pooed. You got pooed up. Yeah, I heard them talking about that on Joe Budden, and it was sort of like, what does he think is going to happen? Like, you know that, like, even if he signs this, like, a lawyer, like, this isn't like threatening to kill someone to sign a piece of paper isn't going to work. It's not going to work in the way you want it to. I guess is what,
traveling out of state to murder someone while
when you're on probation,
while you have an ankle bracelet on that tells your PO where you are. I mean, it's a little bit, like, who even cares at this point? I'm just gonna do cool gangsta stuff, and I lived enough life. I'm ready to get Tupac or whatever.
They were just like, damn, this guy just don't. I mean, it's just like, I'm scared. This guy really lives his rap. It's like no one else really. Like, this is actual. This guy really does what he says he's gonna do, and most people cannot actually say that.
I mean, it's just him, Cudi, Rocky. That's about it, right?
Cudi keeps saying he's gonna make a movie, and then he does, and then it flops, and then he says he's gonna make music, and then he does, and then can't win, man.
I mean,
Cudi can't win.
He has won. He's all good now, but
Do you think his demons have been defeated, Jason? I don't.
No. I think once he finally discovers, like, glass blowing, will he really reach his, like, his internal clarity?
Oh, you know what? I see where you're going with this.
I'm not saying that he's only making bubblers, but
dude, this reminds me. I had a friend that I grew up with, like, hardcore friend, and he had a sister, and she was a glass blower. Like, that's how she made a living. She lived in Colorado.
Like, yeah, I'm actually a glass blower. Like, yeah, but, like, what do you do for work?
Yeah. Like, she lived in Colorado, which I feel like if you're going to make money as a glass blower, you have to relocate to the Boulder greater area. But I was just stunned. But I still think about that
to the
all
sand
the time.
belt, they'll call it.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and she's like, well, I mean, I live with my parents, but it's fine. It gives me a little gas money.
It's not. It's more of a commune vibe, is what I would.
And when
assume.
I say gas, of course, I mean expired cooking oil. But yeah, a whole lot of things. Well, I wanted to ask you,
please,
just get a little, little poly market percentage on here. How many of the Jewish homies crossed the picket line this weekend over at SoFi Stadium, Chris?
Under 18, a lot. That shit looked like...
Okay, if you have been bar mitzvahed in the last, let's call it 4 years, over under, you were at that show.
You know what's funny about that show is I've seen a lot of people posting their little videos.
If
on
the Margiela Supreme's getting sent to Hidden Hills, you were at that show.
No, the shipping address has to match the billing address, Mom.
You fucking bitch.
I've seen a lot of people posting them at that show on Close Friends, which I just think is funny. Because if I'm going to the Yay show at SoFi, I'm going chest out. Where's the list? Pull up the list of the people that were there. Because there's a list online of the people that were there.
Where do we find that list?
It was like there's one of these Instagram account or Twitter accounts I follow called like Kurko.
Oh yes. I
don't know what. Shout out to Kurko. Shout out to Kurko though. You've been a good source.
Kurko bangs.
People who attended Ye's second SoFi Stadium concert last night.
Don't tell me Chloe Bailey was there, Chris.
I won't ruin it. Okay. Dave Chappelle, of course she was there. Erykah Badu, of course she was there. Rod Wave, heard the catering was good. Of course he was there. Coi Leray's dad is Benzino. Of course she was there.
Let me get a plate.
Chloe Bailey, I'm shocked. Diplo go to the opening of an envelope.
Well, Diplo was chest out at the Ye show. He don't care.
Yeah, Diplo don't give a fuck. Winnie Harlow's fine ass was there.
EDM's Theo Von don't give a fuck.
Paul Pierce, okay, posting up at the game.
PPP.
Kevin Gates don't care.
He also came and said, can I get 2 plates?
Rich the Kid
with the other plate on top.
Rich the Kid don't care about anything. Rich the Kid was looking for a mini ramp.
He's like, really? I could come? Okay.
I think Rich the Kid low-key has hits.
He has got some very, very strong mailbox money.
And shout out to Rich the Kid, Atlanta's finest. The Game, your boy, The Game, Mr. Pull Up in the DMs. Of course he was there.
Greatest rapper alive.
I will say, Jerry Lorenzo, this ain't very godlike of you Jerry Lorenzo on the Easter weekend to go see Kanye West is I know you got some money in there. ASAP Nasty, he don't give a fuck.
They tried to keep him from coming in, actually.
Yeah, Michelle Rick's wife, she don't care. She don't know what day it is. I don't know. Do you know who Heather Sanders is?
It's actually pronounced Michelle.
Do you know who Heather Sanders is?
No, I don't. Let me look it up.
That sounds like a friend from high school's mom.
Heather Sanders. Yeah, I think I had a crush on her in kindergarten. She is a TikToker, CEO, mom. And her business appears to be Money for Nails.
Okay. DC the Don, I'm familiar with several Dons. Don C, Donald Trump. I don't know DC the Don.
Tolliver. Yeah, he's Travis Bennett. Wait.
Oh, hold on.
Is that our squad?
I think that
is that Tico?
I think so. Oh,
okay.
He brought his chick. They love Kanye. They don't give a shit.
They were posting that shit on non-close friends. On Just Friends.
Too Slimy, great name, not familiar with your work.
You don't know Too Slimy? Oh, my Lord.
I don't think so.
He looks like this little, Mexican gremlin guy. He wears clothes that have, a pronounced shoulder pad.
Dude, hold on. I'm looking at the Twitter accounts that are recommended for me and looking at this post, and Ken Carson related.
Ken Carson News, your number one source for Ken Carson News.
All right, Plaque Boy Max, of course, he's in the building. Got a stream.
His gay ass.
Skywater. Niecy Nash. Oh, come on, Niecy. Not Niecy. I'm a big Niecy Nash lover. Jessica Betts.
Niecy said, "I'll come if we can get the box."
And she loves the box, if you know what I'm saying. And Dr. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Do you think doctor is a medical doctor or a different kind of? Oh, she's a lifestyle guru.
Yeah, she's probably got a memoir coming out on the Black Effect Network with Charlemagne.
I'm looking to see where she went to med school. University of Phoenix. Got it. Okay.
This is
damn. She got 3.5 on IG.
Really?
She a scammer though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sign up for my classes. Sign up for my course. Yeah, I think the Kanye West show, we've all been to one at some point in our lives, and they are pretty unbelievable. No matter how you feel about him now, or even then, we can all agree that it's the production of the shows are unbelievable.
Yeah, the way he uses his paintbrush in experiential.
The way that he uses his paintbrush, and this time around he's been yelling at people for doing a bad job while he's on stage, which I like. Saying the light guy, this shit looks like Disney is funny as fuck.
Or saying the earth is spinning too fast, slow it down. And I'm like, bro, this is a very well orchestrated like stage production. Like, don't you have this all worked out like weeks and months ago? Don't you just hit a button and the whole thing just happens? Are we really all like riding this shit?
I just wonder I wonder who's on the team, who's doing the stuff now. Like I just, whatever. But he sold a lot of tickets to this, correct? Like multiple nights.
He broke multiple records at SoFi. Most tickets sold in one night, highest rev in one night, most tickets sold over like a week or a weekend or whatever. Really just kind of blew it all away. And I think, like you said, it is the power of the production. There's so many shows, like if you were to just see The Weeknd on stage, just him at the Roxy, it's not really going to be the same as the whole. We're at a point now where the person who's performing almost doesn't really need to be there.
No. I mean, that's what Kanye's proved with those listening parties. Like he's just playing a CD. Like he's just standing there in some big ass.
He's stimming out on the sampler.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I always said Kanye would be back. I always said people are don't actually care.
You really did call it. And it happened faster.
It's just true. It did happen faster, and there's no hit. That's the thing. There's no new music to speak. I mean, Bully. I mean, there is new music, but Bully is not something people seem to be liking.
I mean, I was making fun of Ride Dick Like a Carnival when it came out, but I watched the live stream of that of him playing that song, and I was like, okay, I think I get it now. Once you see the live version, the drums are a little more juiced up, the crowd's going wild, just the energy in the room. You understand why it's so powerful and why people are so just like he's on the top of music right now, I would say.
I saw a lot of great clips of the pit, and it did look like a fucking high school, it looked like a high school dance when they play fucking, something Deftones or whatever.
Don't come for Deftones. You're always trying to. That's more of an Alien Ant Farm kind of thing. But
yeah, honestly, I was looking for Alien Ant Farm and I couldn't think of it. So thank you. Honestly, that's real talk.
Friend of the show, Jess Jubilee DJ. She said on Twitter that clip of the floor seats looked like January 6th, and it did. Not a single person of color in there, just a bunch of guys who look like they live in Palmdale. Definitely not censoring themselves when it's time to sing the N-word. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I don't want to take it away from the issue at hand. But no shots to Palmdale.
Can you imagine the traffic getting out of there? Oh baby. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. All the Teslas getting out of there. It's gonna be that was a tough night. You weren't getting home till 3. You're putting your head on the pillow at 3 too. Yeah. Show's probably over at midnight.
Unless you take the Tesla tunnel. Good freaking luck.
I think that they announced that Kanye was going to headline the Wireless Festival in the UK. It was sponsored by Pepsi. And I believe now, because of pressure, Pepsi's pulled out and is no longer sponsoring Wireless. And Wireless Fest is a big one. Like that's a big dog.
Yeah.
Like that's to lose your major sponsor after announcing your headliner seems like a real issue.
Lose your funding like a carnival. That's a tough. And also Coachella apparently, Kanye offered to play Coachella for free, and they said nah. I mean, nobody. I don't know if that's true or not. Just insider speculation, but it's a little bit of a moot point because it's like, it's a week away. We already have the set list. We would have to build another stage for you, and then Sabrina Carpenter's agent's gonna be pissed or whatever.
Justin Bieber's been practicing too. He usually doesn't do that, so we got to kind of let him. We got to let him get up there and do his.
Because it reminds me of it was the last Coachella, like last year, when they're like, oh yeah, and Travis Scott's gonna perform too, and they had to build a stage in the middle, like when they did the Fred Again, Skrillex kind of thing, where they're like, yes, all the talent has been booked for 2 years, but we're also gonna throw a DJ party kind of in the middle of all of it. And then that turns into the only thing that everyone wants to go to because they're like, yes, BTS is cool and blah, blah, blah is cool, but like, let's go fucking rave in the middle. And when Travis Scott was performing, it looked like, a tire fire. It looked like the Mad Max End of Days.
That's what he
kind
wants.
Of thing.
That's what he wants.
Which is the vibe that he's trying to create.
Definitely.
Which is a nasty little vibe. It's a January 6th 60 vibe.
I didn't get an invite to the Ye show. I don't know if you did, but I didn't get an invite. So
I did not.
I saw somebody was there. I saw a couple friends of the show. I didn't hit Twin yet. Twin was there for sure. He don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Twin was there, but I need to check in with him because he was probably there with he was there with Playboy Cardi or something, knowing him. So I gotta find out what was really going on backstage.
Yeah, Trippy called and he said he wanted me to pull up, so I was with him.
That's literally Trippy picked me up in the Sprinter on La Brea, and we just kind of headed out. I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah, he just kind of slimed me out over there at SoFi. No, I was listening to my Spotify.
Unfortunately, I got slimed out at SoFi, and here we are.
Here's how I got slimed out at SoFi. No, I was listening to my release radar only on Spotify, and a fucking Trippy Red song came up, and I had to stop what I was doing.
That bad?
Every time I've ever seen him out at a party, I'm like, you are just the dumbest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I've met a dumber one, but we'll talk about that later when I'm allowed. I don't. There's also some drama going on in the Olivia Rodrigo camp, because there's a new Olivia Rodrigo album cover that is a great picture of her on a swing, and there's a painting that is apparently the reference, but there's also a photo by another photographer who I'm also friends with that is a very beloved photo of artist M.I.A. From the New York Times magazine. That's the famous article with M.I.A. where she's talking about truffle fries, but she's swinging above Manhattan. It's an unbelievable picture, like one of his best pictures, honestly.
Yeah.
And so now people are debating, is this a ripoff and is it not? And then it's did it all come from the painting? What is the And then M.I.A. people are like, Olivia Rodrigo ripped off M.I.A., which is obviously not what happened here. that is not the case. But it's an interesting debate because I think that does the source material matter if one thing has been made so famous already? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if the reference is a painting, and maybe both people got it from that reference, but one picture came out first. You know what I mean? Like, where do we draw the line? What is the actual? It's a tough question.
Or when do we erase the line? When do we really just straight up stop caring that it's like a blatant, facsimile of something else or whatever? Like, at what point is somebody going to say like, oh, that looks a whole lot like the M.I.A. photo from 2011 or whatever it is? Okay, that's it. Like the world is burning. I'm not gonna
I think it's
spend
an issue
8 hours of my life arguing with people who are like M.I.A.
It's
stans.
a thing. I don't think this would happen with a different brand of artists. You know what I mean? I think that this feels very in the Taylor verse. Everybody is stealing everything. No, your favorite has no original thoughts. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I think that I'm gonna. I don't know what I think, honestly. I love both pictures, though. So I think they both accomplished the goal of that thing. You know what I mean? And I feel like the M.I.A. one is more dramatic because New York's in the background, but I think the Olivia Rodrigo one, she's like smiling and looks really happy, which I feel like is a tone you're trying to set.
Despite WikiLeaks enthusiasts, hashtag celebs who copy M.I.A. calling Olivia Rodrigo Kids Bop Courtney Love. She's taken the Courtney Love and put a smile on it.
It does not sound like that's the thing about Olivia Rodrigo that I find so fascinating is that she has amazing taste and lets you know that in ways that are subtle and over the, obvious. And then her music does not sound like Courtney Love at all. Her music does not sound like Hole at all to me.
Sure,
I don't get that. I think Courtney Love is they don't make them like that no mo. None of these chicks could stand fucking toe to toe with Courtney Love in the ring of celebrity.
Of course.
Most men couldn't either. But I mean, that's another thing that's happened that I loved is that her and Billy Corgan getting together to talk shit about Kim Gordon is really fucking funny.
Did it divide you? Did it change your thought process about anything?
No, I don't. I'm not a big. I'll take Courtney Love and Hole over most things from that era.
I know, but also Billy Corgan kind of feels like the feds at this point, right?
Billy Corgan,
if you put yourself into a 1995 backstage at Fuji Rocks or whatever, you got Billy Corgan, Courtney Love, and Kim Gordon. Who do you want to have a cigarette with? You know what I mean?
Definitely Courtney Love. I don't.
I don't know.
I don't think that Billie. Unfortunately, if you line these three up, Kim Gordon is very, very cool, but she's given us the least of those three for my money. Like, I don't even love Smashing Pumpkins, but that's Smashing Pumpkins.
Billy Corgan, musical genius and songwriter, but he's one of the dorkiest dudes of all time.
Uncool as hell. Like, likes cats, likes wrestling. He's ruined it. Kim Gordon, I would say, is making awful music now, but has stayed cool. Like, you know what I mean? She's stayed very, very cool. And I think a lot of these older, I mean, we've talked about it before, but I think a lot of these kind of our legends, which I would put these three in that category because they're, you know, a generation above us, like you and I.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of them have ruined their, I mean, Bruce Springsteen is ruining his legacy right now. You know what I mean? They just become.
They go from being the all-American hero to being a lesbian.
It's just not cool. Like, we've talked about Patti Smith, we've talked about Bruce Springsteen, whether it's Instagram or whether it's like being like just so out. I don't know. There's just no mystery. Like, Courtney Love is crazy, but it's like funny and like pretty charming. And maybe I'm giving her a pass and I shouldn't. But
Courtney Love is not going to do like a FaceTime call with Ellen DeGeneres for like a TV show.
I just feel like Courtney Love's not going to go, you know, play venues to donate money to Bernie, who's going to lose. Like, I just feel like it's not. I don't know. I just feel like it's sort of like I don't. It's very tough to stay to continue to have a career and stay relevant and put out good music and be cool when you're 60. It's hard. It's like because the pressure to do all the stuff that young people do is on you. So you have to. The label's still going to make you do TikTok.
Also, Kim Gordon is 72.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I can tell that she's mean, and I like that about her. But I think that these old heads kind of coming out and saying shit is just funny. It's just entertaining. Yeah,
it's a little. When you are that old head, and then you see the world referencing you, you see. I mean, every single question that people ask these older people are just like, and we are guilty of it too. Like, what, you know? Do your kids think you're cool? Do your kids, you know? And they're like, oh no. Every single time. My kid hates me. My kid thinks I'm awful and a fucking idiot and so stupid until they need Olivia Rodrigo tickets. And then they go, wait, Mom, Olivia Rodrigo knows who you are? Wait a minute. Like, so they have to, like, the only way to bounce off their, you know, the rest of the world is just like, we are your faves reference. So we sort of have to get in there and wedge ourselves into the discourse. But it doesn't always work because, like, who wants to hear, you know, two people in their 60s gossip about something that happened before they were alive.
I also appreciate that Kim Gordon does not participate whatsoever.
Yeah.
She is not putting herself. She's like, I'm doing a reading actually in Pasadena tonight with Richard Hell. If you guys could make it, that'd be great. There's absolutely, she's like, I'm not getting in the mud with these fucking bozos, and I also respect that and appreciate that.
Me and Gus Van Sant are gonna go get fucking Little Doms.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, when we saw her in Culver City of all places, and I was looking at her, I really wanted to know. I wanted to see what car she got into. I just really, I'm drawing a blank as to what kind of car Kim Gordon drives.
Oh, Kim Gordon. I could see Kim Gordon having a Prius.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, I could see Kim Gordon having a Prius or maybe an old car. Or a Volvo.
Okay.
New car, Prius or Volvo.
She did do a song called "Murdered Out." Okay. I see. Oh, never mind. Okay. I thought it was a Porsche, but it was Lisa Love's Porsche.
Lisa Love would definitely have a Porsche. That's real talk. Shout
out.
I watched
LL.
I watched a little bit of Saturday Night Live last night against my will. Just because two of my least favorite on earth, the Jacks were hosting.
Jack Gray.
But I it was, you know, who made an appearance to celebrate Jack Black's induction to the Five Timers Club? Jonah Hill. I got to say, Jonah Hill looked great. He looked rich. He looked relaxed. He looked great, and it was good to see him. And I'm sure he has something to promote, and that's why he's, you know, trotting back out a little bit. But it was good to see him. I have to say, I was happy to see him on SNL.
Beautiful. Okay, shout out to Jay Hill. I have not watched it yet. I know that he's in a movie called Outcome. That's like him and Keanu Reeves. It's like a film that he did.
Yes,
it looks pretty good.
Yes,
good cast.
That's the one where he looks kind of crazy. Like, there's seen pictures of him. He looks crazy.
I think it's a different one. This is an Apple original film. about it's sort of like a mockumentary-ish thing about an actor like dealing with stuff, but I don't know if it's the one where he was dressed like an insane person.
Okay.
But it's got like Cameron Diaz, David Spade, everyone. But it looks like a real like a glimpse of current day. Like, I live in Malibu, I'm rich, and I'm like sort of into ayahuasca, and I'm dealing with a PR crisis kind of thing.
Oh yes. I've seen the trailer for this. It does look pretty good.
I think the one where he's crazy is called Cut Off. That's a comedy that was written, directed, and produced by Jonah. It's him and Kristen Wiig, Camila Cabello, Chelsea Pereira.
Camilla.
And How Long Gone's own sire Nathan Lane.
Oh wow, okay, bringing Nathan to the big screen again.
Two wealthy siblings are forced to support themselves after their parents cut them off. It's a return. Say what you want about Jonah, he's done things that people don't like, but we need people bringing back the 90-minute comedy that costs $20 million to make, and whatever, or costs $50 million to make. I guess.
I just think that when Jonah Hill's in movies that are popular, the world is in a better place. Like, think about it.
Yeah, get him to the Greek. It was before good old Rusty Rockets and P. Diddy were nabbed.
Hey man, I already forgot about that.
See?
I already forgot about that. That is a classic, though. We can't. How can we forget about Get Him to the Greek? What's your Easter Sunday? Look, are you? What time are you going to church? You going to later service?
I went yesterday. Just went over.
Did you do midnight? Oh, you did midnight mass before the club.
I always do midnight in Eagle Rock. Just bump over there, see my different parish.
Check out my.
We do like a little 5K.
Check out my parish. I just need to kick the tires on my parish. If you guys are around,
it's a 5K run walk. It gets hilly in a couple parts.
I swear to God.
Make sure you warm up beforehand. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. here on a Sunday. Already took Bean out for our rich mom walk, and I'm just going to, edit a pod, hit some kettlebells, and, just eat some protein, another day.
Must be nice. I got to take the Escalade back to Money-Making Manhattan.
Oh, no, I have to drive a 2026 Escalade to my Manhattan home.
The Escalade, I got the blue with the coke white interior this time. I'm feeling nasty. The valets be breaking their necks.
How blue is okay? So coke white interior. How blue? What blue is the outside?
It's like a.
Is it like Nomi Fries, Cerulean, Veneta?
No, it's like. Hold on, I'll send you.
Is it sky blue? Is it baby blue? It's not baby blue Escalade with the white interior.
No, it's not. It's not Big Timers baby blue.
Okay.
It's like I just sent you. It's like a grayish, but it's a nice color. I like the color. It's a nice color.
I hate it when the car is a grayish something. It's so half.
No, this isn't. No,
I'm looking at it. It's a handsome blue. It's a handsome blue.
It's not like slate. It's not like that putty color at all. It's like a real blue.
But this is the color car that you get when it's the little free rental car color. You ain't getting the black.
I've driven several Escalades.
You get an orange putty.
I've gotten several Escalades. This is the red one, the red electric that made the rumble shit. I kind of fucked with. The blue is a more daily driver. But one time I had the sedan, and that shit was nice, and it was like an emerald green. But I guess the only time I've had
green.
Yeah, they're all like reasonable. They're definitely not black or white, which is what everyone wants, but they're not like fucking yellow with the stripe. You know what I mean? It's not Hellcat colors.
Mm-hmm. Got a little. I just sent you. That's the color Escalade I want if I'm gonna go baby.
Ooh, do you get the model too, or is this just the car? You know what I'm saying? But
everyone asks me that question.
You know what? But
let's go take it for a test.
When I think of Escalade, I always think of chromed out nose. You know what I mean from the song?
Sure.
All the noses I see are black and they're not chrome. So I'm a little. Yeah. Do I have to add? I guess what I'm asking is it?
Thanks, Fauci.
Is it worth adding the chromed out nose just for the weekend? Should I keep one in like a storage space?
Yeah, just watch my nose swap tutorial video on YouTube Shorts.
Oh, not YouTube. I was talking to Dave Geating about YouTube Shorts the other day. He's like, "Yeah, I love when I throw it up on the TV and the aspect's all fucked up and it looks like shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I've never thrown the shorts up on the TV."
Makes me feel young again. Yeah, how long until we can get the TV that can rotate vertical for my my
Dude,
short
that's
viewing.
what I literally said to him. I'm like, you got to get the vertical TV in the studio so you can watch your shorts.
Yeah, your little Bloomberg Shorts terminal.
Like dentist mode, like dentist office, where they got the TV above your head. Like you got to flip it. You got to flip it. Like that's a good idea.
Just have
like,
Roku City in vertical, 24 hours in the crib.
Roku is one of the I still don't know what Roku is. I've never had it. I don't know what it is. I know that's a term and I see it sometimes on TVs, especially in hotels. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does.
It reminds me of, there's just like Cheddar. Remember Cheddar?
Yeah, but Cheddar was a Netflix thing, I believe. It had original content. Roku,
Cheddar Cheddar original.
What I know about Roku is that it's some sort of streaming service. Is that?
Yeah, but I think it's free. I guess the difference is it's like a version of like the Apple TV. Like it's a piece of hardware that you would then bring with you. So people will have like these little like sticks. It's like a little HDMI stick with the Roku. So that has all of your streamers on there. And then, whatever it is, like if I have this one package for my like watching like Premier League football, or this is my anime thing or whatever, throw it in the suitcase and then plug it into the TV at the back of the Bonvoy Marriott, and we're watching our fucking Crunchyroll on the go.
Let me tell you what I'm never going to do is that. I ain't ever going to. If you need your programs that bad, you got a problem. I don't care if it's sports. I don't care if it's fucking.
Yeah.
That's too much.
But also, that is too much, and I agree with that. But a thing that I've considered traveling with is a retractable HDMI to HDMI cable for when I'm in the hotel. There is no Chromecasting or whatever. It's just you and the Family Guy reruns on Comedy Central with the dick pill ads. You just run the HDMI to the laptop, and we're watching all of our shit on there. What do you think? Obviously you wouldn't do that because it's a little too techy, right?
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
No tech shit.
No tech shit, man. Honestly, no tech shit. I just can't.
If anyone can recommend a good travel size retractable HDMI,
I already bring a podcasting kit and a computer.
It's in my Amazon wish list.
Just go to Jason's profile on Instagram and you can see his wish list and just bless him with whatever.
Actually, speaking of no tech shit, I had a little bit of an epiphany yesterday. All these tech people are taking psychedelics, like the Brian Johnson guys, like synthesizing like frog venom into like, whatever. Like everyone is going crazy with the psychedelics. We're microdosing, whatever, but they're not doing it in the right way that God intended to. They're not like taking, an eighth of mushrooms and wandering in the forest and like speaking to the trees. They're like doing fucking coding sprints or whatever, or like pickleball something. Do you think there are people somewhere in the Bay Area who take psychedelics right before updating their Apple OS?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Take a hero's dose, go out for 8 hours, wake up, and you have a new OS to explore.
Oh my God, dude. That's drugs itself, bro. Are you kidding me? That's my drug, bro. If I sober update my OS and go to sleep and I wake up with all that new shit, all the Steve Apple shit, all the new Tim Apple shit on my computer.
Liquid glass while you're fucking peaking.
Oh my God, bro. Now you're talking about shit. Fuck Coachella. I already got my plans. All right, How Long Gone? Thank you guys for listening. HowLongGone.com is the website. We're back next week with more podcasts. If you're in LA and we're friends, we probably invited you to something we're doing at the Paul Smith store on Melrose on the 15th of April.
Sir Paul,
the GOAT. We'll see you then. Them jeans. Have a blessed day, and just remember that he moved the rock for you. You know what I mean? And that he is risen. It's the rock. We'll see you then. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Ain't got no job.